This story begins in a beautiful garden where there were many flowers of every colour. Reds and yellows, greens, blues, pinks, indigos and violets. The flowers were some of the most beautiful you had ever seen. And if you picked one by chance and smelt it, Now, in this garden, sitting amongst these beautiful flowers, was a very old man. And this very old man did not look happy. It's not fair. Everybody is on the holiday except for me. You see, I am the gardener of this beautiful garden that belongs to the king. And each and every person in the kingdom is on holiday. But I have to stay here and look after the garden. He sat there thinking, what could he do? He only wanted a few hours of free time out of the garden. As if by magic, he heard a sound. When he looked up into the tree, he saw sitting on the branches were 5 little monkeys. The old man had an idea. Oh, monkeys, could you help me? You see, I'm supposed to look after this garden, but I'd like to go on a holiday like everybody else. Could you look after the garden for me, please? The monkeys agreed. It didn't seem that hard. The old gardener explained the 3 rules for looking after the garden. Make sure that the flowers have plenty of sun. You must make sure that no caterpillars eat the flowers. And most important, you must make sure that you water the flowers. Do you understand? The old man walked from the garden. The monkeys climbed down the tree and they started to look after the flowers. Now, the first job they did very well. They moved all of the leaves and the branches from the tree to make sure that the sun could shine on the flowers. They were certain to look all over the ground and pick up any wriggly and jiggly caterpillars to stop them from eating the flowers. The problem came with the 3rd of their tasks, watering the flowers. You see, one of the monkeys stood before a beautiful red rose and scratched his head. He said, I don't know how much water to give it. You see, some people, they like to eat lots of food, but some people like to eat only a little bit. If the flower likes lots of water, I need to give it a lot, but if I give it too much, the flower will... And if I don't give it enough, the flower will... One of the other monkeys, the smart one, casually walked by and said, I know, it's very easy. All we have to do is pull up the flower and look at the roots. If the flower has long roots, we give it lots of water. If it only has little roots, you can give it a little bit of water. Simple. And that's what the monkeys did. They went to each and every one of the flowers, they pulled them up, they looked at the roots. Those with very long roots, they gave lots of water. Psh, 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 psh. And then they threw the flower on the ground. Boom! They went to the next flowers, and when they lifted them up, if they had very small roots, they gave them a little bit of water. Psh, psh, and then threw them on the ground. They did this with each and every one of the beautiful flowers of the garden. They lifted them up, they looked at the roots, they gave them some water, and they threw them on the ground. When they were done, the garden looked very different, but the monkeys thought that they had done a very, very good job. They climbed up to the top of the tree and they waited for the gardener to come back. When he walked into the garden and saw what they had done, he said, "What? Look at the garden! Look at the flowers! You foolish monkeys! Look what you've done!" One of the monkeys simply looked down at him and said, "Foolish? How can you call us foolish? You were the one who left such an important and beautiful garden in the hands of 5 unqualified monkeys."